Okay, everyone, I know I don't like to get personal drama involved, but this is something I'm incredibly paranoid about, and I know these people, because as you can see from the thumbnail, they're gonna do something sooner rather than later. So I kind of want to get a video out explaining everything. Um, so yeah, basically, in about from about June this year, I was a member of something called Salmon Cord on Discord. I was invited to it by someone who I thought was my friend, Trout, also known as Not Hamburger on Twitch. I thought he was my friend, and when I joined, everyone was friendly to me. And then I started becoming like the human punching bag, basically. And this started when I was 16, I was talking to a girl who was 23 at the time, and I asked them what I should do. You know, just friendly advice because I thought these guys were my friends. And what quickly became of this was like a joke where they would like take the piss out of me and stuff like that. You know, like joking about me and things like that. And what was said was because this Discord server was a very satire one, you know, with joke around and stuff. And a user by the name of John, he said, "You're like we were talking about maths," and he was like, "Yeah, you're doing pre-algebra or whatever," and talking to girls who are 23. And I responded with, "You're mad. I just get a pussy or whatever." And then there was a bit of a back and forth, and I said, "Pussy is pussy. I don't really care. These are the screenshots." And also, if you want to know like the discrepancy between like the usernames, my name was well, it was that mid gamer when I started on this server. Then I changed it to £14 Lightfall Deluxe because I got it like Lightfall Deluxe edition £14, you know, using the Hutchinson method. And then yeah, and then Trout I think changed it to Femboy Fucker or something like that. So that's why my name is that. And yeah, so they screenshotted it and stuff, and I was like, "Oh, can you delete that, please?" And they're like, "Why? Why would I delete this?" And I basically said because it's a cope that paedophiles use. You know, like you often see people when they're talking about like grown men talking to young people, "Oh, pussy, pussy, I don't really care about that," and stuff like that. And so I was like, "Yeah, that might like might end up on Twitter, and I might get like docs and stuff because you know that's how it ends up." And if you didn't know, well, I'm currently being tested for like a range of like mental health issues, like paranoia, among other things. If you don't know me, I'm a very paranoid human being. Like, I used to delete whole Instagram accounts when I'd accidentally like a reel or something, like a post that was a bit offensive because I was scared of my digital footprint, you know? Like, I suffer from like a lot of mental issues which I'm currently being tested for. And so they're like, "Oh yeah, why should we delete this?" Raised Anomaly, he was another one, right? Like he was like saying, "Oh, why should I delete this?" And then I was like, "Oh yeah, um, because it's what pedophiles use." And he was like, "Pedophiles, give examples, please." And so I was like, "Yeah, stuff like age is just a number and pussy is pussy are normally said by like pedophiles." And so then they screenshot that, and it was like everywhere. And I was like, "Please, please, can you delete this? Because you know, like if you just send it to someone out of context, it's like whoa, whoa, whoa." Like all the screenshots will be on screen now. Like these are the full screenshots, and I'll put them in a Google Docs for everyone to read. So like these are free because you can see by the screenshots like they're cropped poorly and things like that. And so stuff like this, and then because I was like, "Please, can you delete this?" And after some hesitation, they're like, "Yeah, sure." And then when user erad joined, basically at this point, I was like the human fucking punching bag. You know, I was treated like shit. Like when we were doing day one Crota, I was like verbally like fucking screamed at for every little mistake I'd made and stuff like that. And like I was basically like treated like shit. No one would talk to me or whatever. And like Trout would only talk to me when he wanted to get something out of me, like when he was doing his Marvel Snap sponsorship, or when he wanted me to buy him Xbox Live Gold, stuff like that. I didn't know I was being used at the time. I thought he was my friend, but turns out he wasn't. He was just like using me and keeping me as a human punch bag. And then Erad started posting them everywhere. I was like, yeah, can you delete those, please? And he was like, why? So I DM'd him and I was like, yeah, I suffer from getting tested for like paranoia and shit. And like this makes my mental state fucking shit. And then I fully deleted it. And he was like, oh yeah, it's just jokes, man, it's just jokes. And then what happened yesterday was because Trout was belittling someone for using I don't have screenshots of this, but they were belittling someone for like using a prophecy emblem when they got it during like the way where weapons were like acting up, like so you could like one face the bosses and stuff like that. And so I was like, your ego is quite big for someone who can't do air U on Crota, jokes. And he said, if you mention that one more time, I'm going to get you kicked out of college. Just like, and I was like, oh, okay. And then Erad chimed in, was like, oh yeah, why don't we get him fired from the job he doesn't like? Basically, because like, I work in quite a stressful environment sometimes, peak service, in a really small kitchen where it's like 40 degrees. Like, I don't think not many 17-year-olds can really handle that. Yeah, sorry, I cut out, my power cut out. Yeah, because I work in a really stressful working environment, as mentioned previously. So, like, obviously, I want to vent in the server and stuff like that. Like, people need to vent, especially when you're near breaking point. And like these people had a way of like fucking belittling me for every second they get. Like, I don't want to talk about personal issues, but this summer hasn't been great. Like, my mother, she's like really ill at this point, so I basically have to care for her and stuff. And I use this like server as kind of like, because I thought these guys were my friends, and then I used it kind of like as a way to vent and stuff. Like, not trauma dump, because I don't go around and you're trauma dumping. The closer I went to trauma dumping was just like saying how my mum had to go into hospital again and saying the NHS is fucking useless. And I mean, only one person like said, "Oh mate, are you alright?" Trout, the guy who's meant to be my friend, he was like, "Oh okay," and just proceeded to verbally abuse me again. So that's fun. Yeah. So I'm rambling a bit, but like, because these screenshots are like heavily out of context and stuff like that, and because I know, like, I wanted to get this video out sooner rather than later, um, because I know, and like this isn't like a joke per se. These people are literally threatening to fucking ruin my life. Because if you think about it, I get kicked out of college. What am I going to do? Might as well fucking take a cyanide pill now. It's like if I get kicked out of college, then my life's over basically. If I lose my job, I'm not gonna find another one because references and stuff. And like these are very serious things to say, so that's why I kind of wanted to get the video out now. Anyway, like, I'm currently battling a lot of like mental health issues, being that it's kind of like the winter's coming up, and then everything mentioned previously. So please give me a little bit more time with videos. I'm working on one now that I'm really proud of, so I can't wait to share that with you guys. Anyway, I'll see you in the next one. If you are watching this, thank you for staying to the end. Like, this means a lot. And as yeah, like, nothing might come of this, it might not, but I just wanted to get this out there so you guys know, like, because this is not Hamburger Kid. He is like, he says everything's jokes, and he will like, yeah, because that's the type of thing he'd do, stuff like that. Anyway, see you in the next one. Bye, guys.